coaching job here at Weddington. You've been here for a few years. Talk about that transition. How comfortable do you feel at this point right now?
I feel, pretty comfortable. And a lot of it's got to do with the kids, and especially the senior class. You go down the roster with all these seniors. We got 17 seniors and just a really good group, and they've done a really good job in the off season of buying into this transition. And I wanted it a smooth transition. I coached under Coach Carson, and I played for Coach Carson, so what he does wins, and I expect to keep that same thing here for Weddington. So I think overall the transition's been really smooth.
Let's talk about the offense, and it all starts with Whitner Litton. And if it wasn't for the big guy over at Sun Valley, Whitner's numbers really gets overshadowed. The season that he had last year. Just talk about the athlete that you have in him.
Oh, he's a special athlete. Early in the year he made some plays where escapability is unbelievable. He's a good lacrosse kid as well, so he's a tough kid. But he can make every throw we ask him to make. He's getting smarter this year and really taking on that leadership role. And I expect another big year from him. He's got really good playmakers around him, and he's just got to get the ball out to him and let him go. So he's been a really good off-season work, and as well as in the summer he's done a good job as a leader, as a quarterback.
Let's talk about, I guess, the receivers first, and then we'll go to the backfield. But leading that receiving core, Max Brimjan, talk about him and the receivers you have surrounding him.
Yeah, so Max is back, after that 60-catch year last year, and we're trying to get some different things for him as well. Move him around a little bit more. You got James. He had 59 catches last year. He's just kind of our glue. Shipley. And those two guys you can move around anywhere. And then you got Ian Williams. He's about 6'3", our kicker. He's had a good summer. Chaz and Jordan had a good year last year. He's continued to do it. And we got some young kids that are coming along. We have B.J. Muckelveen's brothers out here now playing for us. So we got some young guys that are coming along as well that I think we'll be fairly deep as receiver, and it's a good receiver core overall.
And talk about your backfield. You had Will Shipley running a lot last year, I think, out of necessity more than anything else. But he really grew into that role, had an outstanding freshman year. You have Wayne Dixie. Talk about those.
Yeah, those two guys, those two guys are going to be our guys, and I think both of them are versatile enough to give us, some options to split one of them out or put them both in the backfield and do some different things. But Will's been a guy that obviously had a big summer, but he's learning, he's getting smarter, he's becoming a leader as well. And then Wayne, Wayne runs the ball hard. He's really worked in the off season. He's gotten leaned down a little bit and gotten a little bit quicker, and he's had a good summer too. So both those guys hopefully will be able to carry the football for us, and we can do a lot of different things with them in our backfield.
Weddington's always been known for strong offensive and defensive lines. Those numbers were thin last year, so it hurt you guys a little bit. Talk about how you're looking this year on the offensive line.
Oh, we had 4 seniors last year, so obviously our numbers are going to be up. But we had some kids come in and some kids, come back and play. So, we'll have, 3 starters back, and we're moving them around. And the thing that they are is they're versatile. They can play center guard, and tackle. So, we'll have some options here and there. But, we're deep on the D-line especially. We're really deep. We got some good defensive ends that we can rotate around and move around. So numbers and depth will be obviously a help for us this year compared to what it was last year, and get those guys a little bit more rest, especially early in the year.
We didn't talk about Eamon Murphy on the offense all that much, but the kid's a physical tackler and one of the leaders on that defense. Talk about the leadership you get out of him and the athletics.
Yeah, Murph's the kid everyone wants to have, and I don't know how many of them you coach. And, in today's day, he's not afraid to get on somebody if they're not doing it right. Sometimes leadership gets lost in today's world, but not for Murph. He's a West Point commit for lacrosse. So he knows what he wants to do, and everything's better when Eamon's on the field. We'll use him offensively, but we know defensively, he's got to make his money there for us this year, along with Alec Maka at the Mike linebacker. So.
And just wrapping up with your secondary, how's that looking?
It's good. We had a couple of injuries. We lost Turner for the year to a torn ACL. He was a starter for us last year, but we have some guys stepping up. We got James and Will will be at the safeties. We still got Max at the corner. And we play our guys both ways, as people know. And then we'll continue to find another guy. We're working a freshman in there right now, seeing if he can do it. We got a couple sophomores, and then another senior that we're working You know, and the thing just like that is they're versatile as well. You know, Max can move back to safety. We can put Will or James at corner. You know, whatever we need to do, they buy into, you know, what's best for the team. So, you know, I think, you know, Chase's injury will hurt a little bit, but he's been out here supporting and doing the best he can as he goes through his rehab. So, you know, I think we'll be okay there, you know, secondary-wise, just because we do have that strong leadership out of Max and out of James and even Will playing there last year as a freshman. You know, I feel good. You know, we had good numbers. Like you said, you know, we've had better numbers. We had good off-season attendance. You know, we won't really know till we can really strap it on in scrimmage. But, you know, we like where we're at. Installation's done. You know, that was big for us. You know, bringing in, you know, 4 new coaches to staff. It was kind of a transition part of installing for them. You know, a new DC, a new DB coach. But, you know, they came in and done a great job. And so the installation's done there. So, you know, I feel confident. You know, we got a couple nicks and bumps and bruises, but you know everyone should have it about now. So you know I think you know as we get into Saturday and the next Wednesday, you know we'll have a better feel of where we're at. But you know I like where we're at right now, and our kids continue to work hard and continue to you know put everything on the line, and that's what we need out of Weddington football.